You're watching Paramount with Nightstand.
Tonight on Nightstand,
Artic is coming at ya.
A salute to Dick's favorite TV show of all time.
Chicks on Ice.
The show is a perfect example of the media scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Hello, Pure Entertainment.
Then,
Objection. How do we know she has a big sex drive?
we drop our briefs for Frivolous Lawsuits.
And if you don't like it, sue me.
Gary Marshall guest stars on tonight's Nightstand, where comedy just doesn't get any more better. And now, the host of Nightstand, Dick Dietrick.
Thank you. Good evening, folks. You know, unlike other talk shows, Nightstand always tries to bring you insightful, hard-hitting topics. Like last week's, whoops, I think I like my cousin. But tonight it's aloha, important stuff, hello, Pure Entertainment. Look out, kids. Arctic heat is coming at you. Ladies and gentlemen, the sassy lassies of Artic Heat, Cherokee Forerunner, Latte herself, Coquette LeBaron.
Artic Heat is coming at ya.
Oh boy, I gotta tell you, I look at you three gals and I say, if I had a daughter, and that daughter was anything like you, I'd be in jail. Welcome to the show, Latte, Cherokee, and Coquette. Now, just in case somebody just woke up from a coma, what's Arctic Heat all about?
We play three fashion models whose plane crashed in the Antarctica. And after surviving for months on our wits alone, we finally rescued ourselves. And then instead of going back to Miami Beach where we were fashion models, we decided to stay in Antarctica.
Where we work as models.
And as a rescue squad.
Ooh, I love that premise. Chicks on Ice, make mine a triple. Now, this is really exciting for all of you, but
Especially me, Dick. I was just nominated for Best Actress in a Series at this year's Channel's Above 13 Awards.
Oh, how about that, huh?
Winning would be a huge honor.
Well, you deserve something huge. Oh, people, no, people.
But I owe so much to my supporting cast and my crew in the Philippines where we shoot the show, but especially Gary Marshall, who has been a tremendous help to me.
Right, Gary Marshall, the well-known director, writer, Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, Pretty Woman. Penny Marshall's brother? Coquette, how did Gary help you? Why? Because he's known for giving young entertainers their first break?
That and because he's my cousin.
Oh, interesting. Okay, Latte, let's talk to you. I want to be politically correct here. You are a Negro American, is that right?
Yes?
Yet on the show you play a Negro Alaskan. Was that a difficult adjustment?
Oh, yes, it was, Dick. I mean, I wanted to base my character on real black Alaskans, but, well, there are no black people in Alaska.
That's right, I've heard of baked Alaskans, but never black Alaskans.
Dick, you are so funny. My people would say, Mashaloo Pakaway, which means, I love your syndicated TV show.
Well, thank you very much. We do very well with squaws, 18 to 34. Anyway, let's talk about the Arctic Heat team. And Latte, you are the computer specialist on the team.
Yes, I play the computer specialist.
And Miller, we've got a clip of that, don't we? Okay, let's roll that clip.
Latte, if you don't crack that code, the virus found in the ice could spread around the world, killing God only knows how many people.
But the entire databank is written in Macintosh. I'll have to transfer it to DOS.
Oh, that could take many moons.
It's getting warm in here.
Oh, these spirits bad. Directing evil to us.
Wait a second. What did you say?
Directing evil to us? Why?
Directing. Directory. If I can locate the directory for dose, then maybe I can access the code. I think I just got an idea.
Coquette, I see the quality of that tape. I got to ask you, how do you do it week after week after week?
Well, it's like cousin Gary always told me, it's story, story, thong, bikini.
Well, I think Gary and I went to the same school. So we're going to be back with more of that philosophy as our salute to Arctic heat keeps coming at ya.
Are you at least 50 pounds overweight and enjoy wearing spandex? Give us a call at 555-DICKY. 2 weeks from last Friday on Nightstand, Dick blows the top off strippers.
What's that like, night after night, taking your clothes off for white trash and Japanese businessmen?
Find out on Nightstand.
Okay, we're back. We're talking to the cast of Arctic Heat. Here's a question.
Yes. This is for any of the wonderful actresses on the panel.
That would be the cast.
I'm a big fan. I was thinking about having a breast augmentation, and I was wondering, did any of you girls have any problem with your saline bags?
Oh, okay.
Coming at ya!
Good question, good question. Now, things are going well for all of you, right?
Oh, it's unbelievable, Dick. The show is doing so well. We have our own calendar, and there's even talk of an Arctic Heat direct-to-foreign video movie.
Things are going well for me too, Dick.
Yes. Cherokee Forerunner, the native Indian gal on the show. You know, Cherokee, I watch you week after week. I just want to ask you, how? Forgive me. One of the pages bet me $5 I wouldn't say that. How are things going for you?
Well, Dick, I'm proud to say I've just been signed to star in an infomercial for the new life-changing health drink called Inca Drinka.
Inca Drinka, sounds good.
Inca Drinka is a beverage derived from the ancient ruins of Metzaluna.
So what does Inca Drinka do?
Dick, follow any meal with a glass of Inca Drinka, and it turns everything you eat into a soft liquid. Your body is cleansed quickly and naturally.
Sounds terrific, kind of like a frozen yogurt machine.
I have an infomercial too, Dick.
You have an infomercial too?
Yes.
But Latte, you have a singing career too, don't you?
Oh, yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I'm doing a new album called Latte, live from Starbucks.
Ooh. Terrific. That would be a follow-up to your Latte, unplugged and decaffeinated.
Exactly, yeah.
I have a new record too, Dick.
You have a new record too?
Yes, I'm not the singer that Latte is, of course. I'm an actress first, a model, dancer, author, singer second. But I do have a new recording. It's the German version to the love theme of Arctic Heat.
The German version of the love theme from Arctic Heat. Could you do it for us as you take us into commercial?
Well, I haven't had a chance to rehearse it.
How about it, folks?
Thank you, Dick.
I'm a big fan of sitcoms with characters you can recognize or relate to. Look at him, Monica. He's a burnt-out loser.
Jim Ignatowski might be larger than life, but we see in him the man who means well that's inside all of us.
I don't have much hair on my body at all.
We've all encountered a Louis or a Tony. Now, their characters are so well-rounded that we feel affectionate about them.
One was good-looking, one was smart, and one was you.
My favorite character has got to be Danny DeVito's Louis. Now, Louis uses his height to undercut his own nastiness.
Who are you? In here, God.
And it draws attention to his vulnerabilities.
Deep, dark recesses of my soul.
Ultimately, the cast become like a family you look forward to sitting down to dinner with.
Can I have a private word with you?
You know what to expect, and Taxi always delivers.
I think I've learned the most important thing of all. I love being lifted.
From Tiger comes Lights Out.
It could be lights out for America.
A total distraction that could lead to total destruction.
A contagious puzzle that's becoming an obsession.
Honey, it's time to put the lights out.
All you have to do is put all the lights out.
Put all the lights out.
Lights out!
It looks so easy.
It's not that easy.
It's lights out for America.
Lights Out from Tiger. Also available Light 3, Brain Bash, Brain Warp and Wheel of Fortune.
That's what I call the VPP, the virtually perfect pub.
Wow. You know, I bet they drink Carling Black Label. Brewed 4.1%.
Well, I've got some pretty impressive statistics of my own.
Me too, big boy.
Carling Black Label. Bottoms up, the best-selling beer in Britain.
Get ready for an explosive reaction from the director of The Fugitive, Keanu Reeves, Morgan Freeman. Chain reaction.
For the original Sunshine Breakfast, take a bowl, a round one is good, and fill with golden flakes of corn. One's ripened by 140 days of sun are best. Next, take some ice-cold milk, give it a little shake, and pour over the light and crispy flakes. Now take a spoon, one like this is fine, and enjoy the delicious taste you only get from Kellogg's Corn Flakes.
Kellogg's Corn Flakes, the original and best.
Otex eardrops disperse earwax and can avoid syringing. Ask your pharmacist for the UK's #1 selling eardrops, Otex.
From today, new Domestos Power Cleaner banishes even tough cooking stains. Now with more bleach, it has even more power to clean. And as it's from Domestos, it does even more. It kills germs as well. Good to know, isn't it?
A successful career.
You don't know how it works in Hollywood. Everybody was already a little shaky about a woman running a cop show.
If they put some she-bitch in charge of the show, she'll ruin it.
Respect from your colleagues.
I've got some chick 10 years younger than me telling me how to write.
Could you give me some advice? Is it on-the-job experience or what?
Well, honey, the key is just knowing who to sleep with.
Great friends.
Real sex in a hotel room! It was with my husband, but still, it counts.
And the man of your dreams.
Guy's all hot for you, he'll do anything.
I don't want you seeing anyone else other than me ever again.
I don't mean this in a sexist way.
And I don't want you seeing anyone else, even after that.
You vixens grab control.
I've got you now!
And never let go.
What could be more perfect?
Ow! Ooh, something was gonna happen so that we were sure of each other, and then we were gonna have sex.
Check, please.
Almost Perfect, starring Nancy Travis every night at 9.
Almost Perfect on Paramount.
Yay!
He's not gonna make it. Poor Captain Steubing.
He's gone. Gone to his grandfather's.
So who's gonna drive the submarine?
I am. My father drove one of these during the war. There wasn't a night that went by that I didn't hear stories about these things. The only difference is this baby's nuclear powered.
And one little fact.
What's that?
That the girl never drove one.
It's getting hot in here.
Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah, I think so. Latte, find out if there's some food in this place. And Cherokee?
Yeah?
Give me a back rub. All right, let's get this work done.
I'll tell you something, after I saw that episode, I swear I'm never going to ride in a submarine again. And it just points out how each week the show is written good.
Well, yes, it just goes to show that my being so close to my cousin Gary Marshall has proved a tremendous help to me. It really has.
Well, then you're going to love this. You know why? Cousin Gary is backstage right now.
He is.
Yes, he is.
Here, why?
Well, we told him he could come on here to plug his book, which is about something. I don't know. But he's backstage, and we're going to get him. Right back here, follow me to our soundproof booth, where Gary Marshall should be. Gary!
Hi, it's a little quiet in here. I thought I went deaf. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Dick Dietrick. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Hey, Gary, can we stop 1 second? I wanted to ask you, about 15 years ago, I sent you a sample script for Laverne and Shirley.
Oh, yeah, we used to get a lot of it.
Yeah,
I
don't know if you remember or not. In this one, the girls were locked in a brewery, and they got drunk, and then in Act 2, they started kissing each other.
That one I remember.
You remember that?
Interesting, but not quite our show.
Yeah. You know, I got the same reaction when I pitched it to Kate and Allie and Jake and the Fat Man.
Jake wouldn't kiss the Fat Man. No. Go figure. Well, I thank you for having me here, Dick. Are we going to talk like one-on-one?
Well,
we're going to talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Marshall. Coquette is here. That's our little surprise, Gary. You see, we're doing a tribute to Arctic Heat. Now, has it been a while since you've seen Coquette?
Yes, since before the restraining order.
Gary, you're a stitches. Get on up there, okay?
Hi.
Hi, Gary.
Hi, I didn't recognize you. You got augmented a little bit.
So, Gary, here we are. It's you, me, the girls. You've helped so much. Isn't this exciting?
Oh, yes, it's very exciting. In fact, I'd like to ask Mr. Marshall, how come Paul Lynde was always in the center square?
Ooh, good question.
No, that's not me. That was Peter Marshall who did the Hollywood squares. You know, his real name is Peter Lecoq. It's all in my book.
And you know what? And that book is going to be filled with so many antidotes. But let's talk about Arctic Heat. How did you get involved with Arctic Heat?
Well, I'm not really involved with it. We met. She came by Thanksgiving, and we talked, and Penny wouldn't have anything to do with it. Penny breaks out in hives when Coquette comes too close. But she told me about it, and, you know, I want to be helpful, so I just introduced it to a couple of producers. That's all I did. Do you speak English?
Yes.
Weren't you the one who told Coquette about Story, Thong Bikini?
I didn't say that.
Oh, yeah, here's a comment right here.
Yes, as a woman, I feel this show is a perfect example of the media scraping the bottom of the barrel for its material. And I'm surprised at Mr. Marshall's involvement.
Sweetheart, I'm not involved.
Gary, let me handle this. Miller, get rid of her.
She's all aggravated. She thinks I do this kind of stuff. I do Happy Days. The sexiest we ever got was Chachi gave Joni a hickey. Did you see that one? Remember, it was a little bite here, like that. It was over. Zing.
Gary, you did pick the title.
You came up with Arctic Heat?
Not exactly. She was talking about Artic Heat, and it's anti-Artic sounded like anti-bee on the Mayberry with snow. It was all mixed up, so she couldn't pronounce it. And you know, I've been in the business a long time. You shouldn't do shows you can't pronounce.
No, that's a tip for all you aspiring writer-producer types out there. Yeah, here's a question way over here.
Yeah, get back to the chicks. This guy blows.
Okay. Not exactly a question,
but at least he didn't think I was Peter Lecoq. So I'm doing a book here.
Yeah,
I'm here for
Gary, trust me, we do want to hear about the book. But what are you working on these days?
The book.
No, we know about the book. We want to hear about movies and films. What are you doing there?
Well, I am doing a new film, and we're right in the middle of casting it.
After doing a movie?
They're touching me, Dick.
Yeah,
Somebody's touching me.
Lucky you, Gary. Hey, Gary, I just got a thought. Wouldn't it be wonderful if one of these three sassy lassies could be in your movie?
No, you can't scream. You can't scream in that octave. Dogs come through the studio.
Gary, you could audition them right here. Audience, what do you say?
You're very good. Touching my head. We don't have any script.
No, you're wrong there. I've got a sample script from Artic Heat that I've written. We could use that as the audition piece. How about it, folks? Gary, I'll let you plug the book.
If I could do the book, okay, we'll have an audition.
All right,
okay.
There we go.
We'll have an audition.
Okay, when we come back, we're going to find out if one of these three ladies will be his next pretty woman. And we're going to hear about Gary's book if there's time. So stay tuned.
It's getting hot in here.
Hey, you can get Dick on the World Wide Web. Cruise on by.
Okay, we're back with our conclusion and our salute to Artic Heat. And with us is the well-known writer-director Gary Marshall, who's going to audition the girls from the show for his new movie right here on our stage. Forgive me, Gary, that was my Ed Sullivan impression.
You're forgiven.
Thank you. So I think we're about ready to start. Girls, Latte, Coquette, Cherokee, you're ready?
Yes, ready.
Forgive me, Gary. I'm sorry, my manners. Do you want to direct this?
No. You direct. I'll go over here. It's always good during an audition to go a little further away for a perspective. Behind something is good. I like behind something.
Okay, well, good thinking. Okay, here we go. Lights, camera, sound.
Don't close that door. Now you've done it, Cherokee. You've locked us in this Milwaukee brewery.
I didn't lock us in here. It was that stupid Lenny and Squiggy.
Okay, cut. I'm sorry. That's supposed to say Larry and Stevie. My computer's supposed to do that for me. Forgive me. So many details.
Dick, that's your Laverne and Shirley script.
You caught me.
Yes,
you caught
me.
Yeah. All right, places, everybody. Lager World, take 2, and sound.
Don't close that door. Now you've done it, Cherokee. You've locked us in this Milwaukee brewery.
I didn't lock us in here. It was that stupid Larry and Stevie.
We've got to do something to stop that really important diplomat from drinking the poisonous beer that was shipped from here.
If we don't get out of this brewery to warn them, this could be the start of World War III.
It's getting warm in here. It's no use. We'll never get out of here alive.
We are going to get out of here.
That's right. We are, Cherokee. Just as long as we don't run out of food first. So I want you girls to know that if I die first, you can both eat me.
Hey, that's my line.
Yeah, I think she's right. That is her line.
Latte would never say that. Coquette would be the one that would sacrifice herself for the others.
You know what? You keep stealing everyone else's lines.
Oh, shut up, Pocahontas.
Pocahontas?
You know what? And you too, your Diana Ross wannabe.
You know what? You just think you are so cool because you're the only white girl in the show.
You're right.
What are you doing? You've embarrassed me, Gary Marshall, the audience here. You didn't even get to the lesbian scene.
Dick, that last part was pretty good acting.
Well, no, Gary, that wasn't it. Let's take it again from the top, okay?
No, please, don't go back. I got the gist of it.
You got the gist of it? Well, what's your decision?
My decision? Well, no, don't hit yourself there. Something may explode there. It wouldn't be good. Don't hurt yourself.
Come on, Gary, we're on pins and needles. What's your decision?
My decision. Well, thinking about your writing, where do we go from here?
Right.
Maybe my car.
Well, if you're leaving, how do we get in touch with you?
Well, I'm retiring now. You'll call Penny.
Whoa, thank you, Gary, for letting us in on your retirement. You did it on our show. Miller, we've got to have a parting gift or something.
No gifts. No, I'll let myself out. Thank you for plugging my book. Girls, going away from you.
Gary Marshall, ladies and gentlemen. One of the legendary legends of our business. Well, what have we seen tonight? We've seen a bevy of babes show the incredible talent which have made their show the best show on television. But more importantly, we helped put an end to a fine man's career. For now, I'm Dick Dietrick, coming at you.
Hey, Nightstand isn't over yet. There's a brand new show coming right up.
Tonight on Nightstand, we look at frivolous lawsuits. And if you don't like it, sue me. Thank you. Thank you. Overcrowded courtrooms, overburdened judges and clerks. The only thing more bloated than our legal system is Kathleen Turner. Many people say the system is out of hand thanks to lawyers like this one.
Have you been hurt in an automobile accident? Sue the bastards. Motorcycle accident? Sue the bastards. You got job-related injuries or stress? Sue the bastard. We are the champs when it comes to you getting money you might even deserve. Hi, I'm Norman Desmond of 1-800-SUE THE BASTARDS. Don't forget, I'm in your corner.
Sharon Ann Kunstler, respected attorney from the law firm of Howard, Howard & Fine, and winner of Lawyer of the Year from the New York State Bar, where ladies drink free on Thursday nights. Forgive me, Sharon Ann, you don't like commercials like these, do you?
Well, of course, quality legal services should be available to everyone, Dick. But commercials like this encourage abuse of our legal system.
Hey, those commercials show the little...
Whoa. Norman Desmond, attorney and president of 1-800-SUE THE BASTARDS. I haven't introduced you yet. Also with us is Norman Desmond, attorney and president of 1-800-SUE THE BASTARDS. Now, Norman, how do you respond to Sharon?
Well, Dick, what I think is if you're just a little guy going up against some rich guy or some big corporation, you don't know where to turn. My ads let John Q. Little Guy know that there's a place where he can turn to for help.
I don't think Sharon Ann's buying it.
No, I guess I missed Sleazy Commercials 101 at law school.
Hey, It's called marketing, sweetheart.
Yeah, it's called exploitation. And don't call me sweetheart. That's condescending and it's sexist. You know, yeah, thanks to the Norman Desmonds out there, the legal profession has been subjected to an onslaught of egregious, opprobrious, deplorable invective.
Boy, nothing turns me on more than a gal who can wrap her lips around big three-syllable words. So is she right, Norman? Are you spoiling the image of professionalism forged by great legal minds like Johnny Cochran or that guy in the buckskin jacket?
Excuse me for not being some rich cat lawyer who only takes care of rich people.
Excuse me, I resent that. I have helped plenty of underdogs and long shots and destitute clients. My resume is filled with pro bono cases.
Well, I'm with you. Sonny had all the talent.
Hey, wait. You want to know about helping people? I represented this woman who went to a plastic surgeon to have an ordinary mole removed. When she was revived from the anesthesia, both of her breasts have been enlarged.
And that's a bad thing? I'm sorry, but what is wrong with this country? Too many healthy people are out there crying victim. Are we too quick to sue everybody about everything? I mean, is McDonald's responsible for someone who dumps hot coffee on themselves? I mean, is Bill Clinton responsible for every woman he sleeps with? Have we gotten to a point where a talk show host can't so much as accidentally spill a tumbler of ice water on someone with a tight blouse? You remember that one, Sharon Ann. It paid for your Beamer.
We're not supposed to talk about that, Dick.
I know, but it just peeves me off. Oh, boy. We'll come back with more legalese, and we're going to talk to a hung jurist.
You've reached the law offices of 1-800-SUE-THE-BASTARDS. If you've been hurt in an auto accident, press 1. If you've really been hurt in an auto accident, press 2.
The producers of Sledgehammer have asked me to explain tonight's episode.
Hey, don't confuse me.
Let me be frank, it is an attempt to boost the ratings. There are many ways to do this. Better scripts.
You're kidding.
More warmth.
Pardon me, miss, but will you marry me?
And big-name guest stars. But we're desperate.
So?
So in tonight's episode, we're going to rely on 4 surefire ratings grabbers. Sex.
Take off your stockings. Constant spankings are the reason I turned out all right.
Violence.
It was excessively violent and completely unnecessary. I loved it.
Rock music. And, best of all, a cliffhanger ending that will keep our viewers glued to the edge of their seats until next season. Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
Sledgehammer. Midnight tonight on Paramount.
Enough endorsement.
Ad men are always on at me to liven up my advertisements for John Smith's Extra Smooth Bitter.
They don't think it's enough to talk about its extra smooth taste.
What we need's a bit of action, Jackie. They just don't get it, do they? Well, I told them straight. No gimmicks, no dancing ladybirds, and definitely no penguins. Just me in a pub with a pint of John Smith's Extra Smooth. Pure silk in a glass. So if this is a bit dull, you can blame me.
Cut it. That was nice, Jack.
So you're going to put the pub back round in afterwards?
Yeah, that's right, Jack. Yeah, we're going to put it in later.
Join Captain Stay Dry for the new Huggies treasure hunt, cause nothing keeps a pirate drier than Huggies. And only Huggies have fastener tabs from Velcro USA Inc. They always refasten, even with oily hands. Ha-ha-ha! Oh, treasure ahoy! Huggies? There's no drier nappy on the 7 seas.
For the original Sunshine Breakfast, take a bowl, a round one is good, and fill with golden flakes of corn. One's ripened by 140 days of Sunnervest. Next, take some ice-cold milk, give it a little shake, and pour over the light and crispy flakes. Now take a spoon, one like this is fine, and enjoy the delicious taste you only get from Kellogg's cornflakes.
Kellogg's Cornflakes, the original and best.
Peugeot, the drive of your life.
A successful career.
You don't know how it works in Hollywood. Everybody was already a little shaky about a woman running a cop show.
If they put some she-bitch in charge of this show, she'll ruin it.
Respect from your colleagues.
I've got some chick 10 years younger than me telling me how to write.
Could you give me some advice? Is it on-the-job experience or what? Well, honey, the key is just knowing who to sleep with.
Great friends.
Real sex in a hotel room! It was with my husband, but still, it counts.
And the man of your dreams.
Guy's all hot for you, he'll do anything.
I don't want you seeing anyone else other than me ever again.
I don't mean this in a sexist way.
And I don't want you seeing anyone else, even after that.
You vixens grab control.
I've got you now!
And never let go.
What could be more perfect?
Ow! Ooh, something was gonna happen so that we were sure of each other, and then we were gonna have sex.
Check, please.
Almost Perfect, starring Nancy Travis, tomorrow at 9.
Almost Perfect on Paramount.
Yay!
Thank you. Thank you. We're back. We're back. We're back, and we're talking lawsuits with attorney Norman Desmond, one of America's top suers. Norman, what do you say to all those people who call you Sue Happy?
I say I'll see you in court. The way I see it, Dick, is this.
Yeah.
This world we live in is full of hidden dangers. I'm just the guy who finds them.
Like, hidden dangers like what?
Well, for instance, this studio. This studio is chock full of lawsuits waiting to happen.
Well, for example, give me a for example.
Oh, I'm sure we could find something in here. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in... Whoa! I could have fallen and broken something. That was very close. Let me just get my pen over here and... Oh, my back! Whoa! Would you look at all of them lights hanging up there?
Oh, come on, they're up there pretty securely.
Yeah, but just knowing that they're up there causes me enough stress that I might not be able to sleep tonight. I don't sleep, I can't work. I don't work, I lose money.
But that wouldn't be our fault, would it?
Well, it wouldn't be mine.
Well, Norman, you proved your point. I mean, I could get hurt around here.
Well, then you'd have to sue yourself.
We should talk. Joining us now is one of Norman's clients who is suing her former employer to the tune of $27 million for wrongful termination. She said she was suffering from a debilitating disease. They said she was just lazy. Let's meet Jamie LaFar. Now, Jamie, $27 million. I guess the obvious question is, are you single? Forgive me, that's what Steve Allen would call a humorous come-on. You see, you take your humor and you add the come-on. So, Jamie, you say you were fired. Why were you exterminated, and who exterminated you?
Well, Dick, I was working for the DMV. I used to take pictures for driver's license.
Oh, you know, let me ask you something. How are you always able to take pictures of people just as they blink?
Jamie took great pictures, Dick. As a matter of fact, most of those people came back 3 or 4 years later to have more photos taken.
Well, Jamie, tell us why were you fired?
Well, one day the stress of the job got to me, and I felt weak and tired, and I just didn't feel like going.
Oh, give me a break. She works at the DMV. I mean, how stressful can that be, please?
Well, I felt the same way. I was confused. Until I saw Norman's commercial, and then when I called him, he discovered I might be seriously ill.
Well, actually, Dick, I said to one of my doctors who conducted a series of tests, and after doing those tests, he discovered what I suspected all along, which is she was suffering from EIE.
EIE?
Yes, expectation-induced exhaustion.
Well, that's quite a mouthful. Is there something we can call it for short?
EIE.
Okay. Much better. So, Jamie, when you discovered you had EIE, how did you feel?
Great, Dick. Learning of EIE made me realize that my total lack of motivation was no fault of my own.
So how common is this syndrome?
It affects many people, particularly government employees.
For more specific details, you can contact the EIE Information Office.
Well, that would be EIEIO.
That's right.
Yeah, here's a question way up here. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I think this woman is just looking for an excuse to be lazy and make a living off the taxes taken out of my welfare check.
Good point, Norman. I mean, why should the public support a woman suffering from some cockamamie disease that doesn't even have a telethon?
I'm not the one most qualified to answer that, Dick. You should ask Dr. Ivan Nadoff, the man who discovered this disease. He's right behind you.
Oh, Dr. Nadoff, welcome. Now, how did you discover this syndrome?
Well, Dick, the origins of EIE can be traced to Africa, where we believe somebody had sex with a monkey.
You know, folks, when you're having sex with a monkey, you gotta use protection, okay? You just gotta. Because you're not only having sex with that monkey, you're also having sex with every other monkey that monkey's had sex with.
Dick!
It's true.
Dick! Come on. Why are you even even giving these people a forum. It's obviously a huge scam.
Hey, that is slander.
No, it's not slander, Norman, unless you can prove it's not true.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Any reasonable jury would find in my client's favor right now.
Well, I don't know about a reasonable jury, but would you settle for my audience?
Your audience?
Yeah. What's the matter, Norman? Don't you have any faith in the people, Norman?
Hey, I got more faith in them than you.
All right. Is Jamie innocent or is she not guilty? We'll find out right after this.
You've reached 1-800-SUE-THE-BASTARDS. If you've accidentally committed a premeditated double murder, press 5. If it was just domestic discord, press 6.
7 days from a week ago on Nightstand.
Look at me. I'm wasting away.
You know, with all due respect, you don't look anorexic.
You're just saying that to make me feel better. I'm nothing but skin and bones. I can't gain an ounce.
Overweight anorexics. Only on Nightstand.
Thank you, and welcome back to our version of the People's Court. The issue is the credibility of this woman, Jamie LaFar, and representing her incredibly weak story is her so-called attorney, Norman Desmond. Serving as the unbiased judge is attorney Sharon Ann Kunstler, and because I'm so confident that Mr. Desmond and his client are hoodwinking the public, and because it's the best part, I'll be prosecuting this case. Thank you. I've also chosen 12 fair-minded members of our audience to be the jury, and of course you folks at home will be our TV audience. But first a question. Yeah.
I have a question for Dr. Nodoff.
Yes.
Yes, you were saying that you can get sick and catch EIE from having sex with monkeys?
Yeah, that's correct.
Are there any other animals we should be wary of?
Good question.
Not as far as we know.
Thank you, Doctor.
All right. Let's get ready to litigate. Take it away, Counselor Kunstler.
Okay, both attorneys, are you ready?
Yes. Just let me get my lawsuit on.
All right.
Forgive me, Your Honorette.
All right. Mr. Desmond, your case.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, tonight I am going to prove that my client, Miss Jamie LaFar, was undeservingly and irreparably harmed by the unfeeling actions of a government person. Now, I'm not going to milk your emotions tonight by telling you that Miss LaFar served in Desert Storm. Or that she worked in an old age home with old age people. Or that she worked so hard at the DMV so that you and your families could drive our nation's highways safely and cash checks without fears. Well, I'm not going to tell you that. What I am going to do is prove to you that my client was falsely fired by the DMV, not for incompetence, but for the simple crime of being sick. Well, we've all been sick. And as you hear this case tonight, I want you to remember the words of Chief Justice Felix Frankfurter, who said, "Justice delayed is justice denied." Thank you.
All right. You're up, Mr. Dietrick.
Nice try. Nice try, Normie. Your Honor, well-dressed members of the jury. Mr. Desmond alluded to some famous justices. Well, if Mr. Berger and Frankfurter think they're so hot, why don't they get their buns down here right now? Because I'd like to grill them. In fact, I relish the change. Thank you.
Thank you for that, counsel. Mr. Desmond, you may call your first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. For my first witness, I'd like to call my client, Miss Jamie LaFar, to the stand. Now, Miss LaFar, during March of last year, where were you employed?
I was working for the Department of Motor Vehicles.
Okay, and then what happened?
Well, one night I went to bed sleepy, and I woke up groggy.
Ah. So, you were exhausted.
That's right. I barely had enough energy to watch Kathy, Lee, and Regis.
Objection! Kathy Lee would exhaust anybody.
All right. It's overruled. Sit down, Mr. Dietrick. Sit.
Now, I assume that this exhaustion must have affected your work. Isn't that so?
Definitely. I had this craving to stay home in my robe and pajamas and watch TV.
And as this craving increased and increased, you missed more and more work until they fired you.
That's right.
Okay, now Jamie, follow me if you will.
Objection, that's leading the witness.
Overruled.
Now Jamie, so, you lost your job and your desire to do anything. Now, how else did this extreme exhaustion affect your life?
Well, the EIE increased my appetite for sex so that it became an almost overwhelming obsession.
Objection, objection. How do we know she has a big sex drive? I'd like to see a photo, or better yet, a video.
That is overruled, and I'm warning you, Mr. Dietrick. Sit.
Now, could you tell us how your husband reacted to this new sexual appetite that you had?
Well, at first he liked it, but then it intimidated him, and he avoided me. I tried wearing lingerie, thong panties, but nothing could turn him on anymore. And soon he left.
So, you lost your job, you lost your husband, and you lost your faith in humanity. I'm sorry. I have no further questions. It's your witness, Mr. Dietrick.
Miss LaFar, you wanted sex, you paraded around in naughty lingerie and thong panties, and your husband still left you.
That's right.
Well, when did you first realize your husband was gay? He's obviously gay, and she invented this bogus reason to cover her own humiliation. Game, set, touchdown, Dietrick! No more questions, Your Honor. No more questions. I now call to the stand Dr. Ivan Nodoff.
It is not your witness, Mr. Dietrick.
No, but it's my show. Dr. Nodoff, you say that Jamie was suffering from EIE.
Yes, that's correct.
And how did you determine this?
She came into my office and I tested her with specially treated paper.
Specially treated paper?
Yes, that's right. If the paper turns blue or orange, you're safe. But if it turns yellow, you've got EIE.
Really? And what do you do to this paper?
You urinate on it.
Interesting. Now, Doc, stay with me on this one because here's where I get tricky. Isn't it possible that Miss LaFar is not really sick at all?
No, she happens to...
Isn't it possible that Miss LaFar is actually just a hot-looking babe on the outside, but inside is nothing more than a lazy slob?
Is this stained, and you do not have to answer that, Miss LaFar?
Why not? Is she chicken or is she just shiftless?
Objection, Your Honor!
No, I am a victim!
Yes, you're a victim, all right. You're a victim, but not of EIE. You're a victim of this man. This man, Norman Desmond, is nothing more than a charlatan exploiting innocent, lazy slobs like you. It's true. Don't you see? Don't you see? Because of EIE, I owe, you owe, we all owe. Isn't it true? Isn't it also true that this is a gross abuse of the legal system? Isn't it also true that the tomato's not a vegetable but a fruit? And isn't it also true that Keanu Reeves can't act to save his life? Maybe. Isn't all that true, Mr.
You are out of order, Mr.
What's that?
Dietrick! You are out of order!
No, you're out of order, and you're out of order. This whole court's out of order. This legal system is out of order. Am I right? Am I right? I can't hear you. Are they guilty? There you have
by the powers vested in me as a talk show host, I hereby declare these two people guilty of bilking the taxpayers' money. And I hereby sentence you to a public flogging in sexy lingerie by a man in a leather hood.
How can he say something like that? How can he actually talk like that?
All right. When we come back, we're going to learn from Lyle Menendez how to cry on command.
You've reached the offices of 1-800-SUE-THE-BASTARDS. If you've opened a soda can and found a dead rodent, press 7. If you were injured while breaking into someone's house, press 8.
Thank you. Welcome back to our show, and it's been a good one, and I think proved a valuable point. First, we proved that the world is made up of two types of people. Those who say lawyers are nothing but ambulance-chasing hucksters looking to make a quick buck, and those who dislike them altogether. And while, yes, some lawsuits are frivolous, we still need lawyers because the law, like your own private parts, is best left in someone else's hands. For now, I'm Dick Dietrick.
Faces his biggest challenge yet in the form of a dangerous droid. Robot Rogues next on Paramount. May the Force be with you.